friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily, and yes, we have another chill kind of get ready with me. I have finally picked up the new Tom Ford Architecture Soft Matte Foundation. I haven't tried it yet, so this is going to be a first impressions. A couple of new Eye products that they're dropping, a couple of new one and done eyeshadows that I want to try, maybe a new cream blush. We'll see where it takes us, and hopefully a good old-fashioned makeup time. So if that all sounds interesting to you guys, if it does, make sure you go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get started. Alrighty friends, you know the deal. You are zoomed in nice and close, 4K, no filters, and everything I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys. They are affiliate links though, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Just goes back into keeping the channel going. We're gonna use the Danessa eye primer today, B01 brush from REPHR, which I don't actually know if you can even get this still. I actually really like this eye primer from Danessa. If she could put this in a stick form though, I'd be even happier. I have two new one and done. So I have been testing, I've said this in so many videos lately, I'm testing just a heap of different one and done eyeshadows because I'm going to do like a little mini one and done eyeshadow series where I do like one video on my thoughts on all of the cream or like eyeshadow sticks, and then cream eyeshadows, and then single shadows. So one of you guys suggested to try one of the Giorgio Armani eye tints, and I picked up the shade 18 in a matte form because they were on sale for like 20 or 30% off on Selfridges the other day, so it was like perfect time to strike. And I just thought that would be, this is kind of like a nice one and done shade for me in terms of like sometimes when I want to wear a bold lip, this is the color that I want on my lids as a one and done to give it a little bit of depth, but like nothing too crazy. And then I have wanted to pick up one of the Bobbi Brown, what's it called, the Luxe eye shadow foils for a really long time, and I just haven't found the right white shade that I wanted. And then I saw this on sale at Selfridges as well. This is Opalescent, and I was like, yeah. And Mariam A, who I've done a couple of collabs here on my channel, and she has her own channel, she's phenomenal, says that these are quite similar to a pat kind of special shadow, so we're gonna pop that to the test. At least I think this is the right one. Maybe this is the wrong one though. She will correct me in the comments, and apologies if I have that wrong. So we're gonna start with the tint, the Giorgio tint, and I'm gonna just apply it directly to the eye. I'll do one eye at a time and see how it blends out. So this is a BK Cross Nikki N13. Still can't put anything on my nails from the glue reaction, so annoying, because I actually just love doing my nails and painting my nails and stuff. It's just really therapeutic and like meditative to me, so can't wait to do that. I ordered a heap of new protective like manicurist nail stuff, so hopefully that comes soon and I can put that on. So that's actually quite lovely. Now that's very similar to my skin tone, but in saying that, this, for, like I said, when I'm doing a one and done and I just want a soft tint to the eye to add some dimension for a bold lip look, is going to be quite nice because it's one of those shades as well that you can really wear literally any color lip and it's going to look nice. And if I wanted to, I could also like smoke out a bit of a liner along the lash line or do a wing, and it's going to actually look really quite nice, and it blends really quite easily and lovely. So not mad. Not mad. I didn't like any of the metallic tints that were in stock. These are like out of stock in most places everywhere that I kind of looked, like UK and AU and stuff, that I could buy them. But let me know what your favorite shade is of these if you like them, and I'll keep an eye out. But yeah, they're hard to get a hold of in stock, especially the metallic-y type ones. But I went into like David Jones the other day and swatched a heap of the metallic ones, and I just didn't love the vibe. So thinking I'll just stick with the mattes, but they're pretty and very easy to use. I feel like you can see how quick and easy that was. Okay, let's take this one. I'm very excited. Should I put down pat? Let's do Intensify Stick on one eye. So let's do it on this eye. I shouldn't really need it because the Giorgio Armani cream shadow is gonna like tint it itself, you know. This does feel dried down though, which is awesome. But it has a slight tack, so we'll see how we go. So I'm gonna take this and a REPHR 2. It's just a little flat, fluffy shader brush. And let's see how this goes. I've really been liking these easy, fuss-free one and done looks lately. Oh, that's pretty. I gotta be honest. That is pretty. I think even that's applying like, say, a little bit drier than it normally would, just because that matte shadow underneath, but that actually looks quite pretty. You might not even be able to see that very well on camera. But that's nice. Now this side has a bit of the intensifiers, yeah, which makes it a little bit creamier. My lids and everything are a bit drier at the moment too, just because it is really cold in Queensland for us, like our version of really cold. That is such a pretty shadow though, and even just one and done without any matte underneath would look really pretty. Now, because I can't help myself, I'm gonna take some setting spray. This is the YVES setting spray, and I am going to see what that does, because I can't help myself. Like if you wet it, oh yeah, look at that. That makes it like all juiced up. Oh, I like that. That's like a gloss type shadow. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. That's so fuss-free and easy. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, happy days. I'm also going to take my Victoria Beckham Cocoa liner while we're here and pop that in the top waterline. If you're wondering too, I'm doing this before a work day, so this is my work makeup look for the day. And then I'm just going to take the sculpted one right here, the pomade from the Danessa Myricks Grounding Neutrals palette with a LH Cosmetics 333 angled brush. And I'm going to do a soft little smoked out type wing as best of... Actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to actually flick this up along the lash line and just add a little kind of like depth and smokiness in the lash line, but like not a wing. See that? And if you want to get that kind of like smoked out lashy like liner effect along the lash line where it's not harsh, flick up. Just literally pick up the whatever you're using, the shadow or whatever, and just flick it up. And that'll do it. I actually learnt this from a celebrity makeup artist that like does all of the A-listers. I can't remember which one though. She's not one that's on like YouTube or anything. She did like a Vogue article or something. I like that. We're going to leave that there because that's nice and simple and fuss-free. For primer, because the Tom Ford one is a matte foundation, I'm going to take the Milk Cloud Glow because it's a nice hydrating one, but it won't impact the formula at all. I'm just going to apply it with my Sigma F80. I don't like to touch my face with my hands if you are new here. It's not that you shouldn't. I just literally have this weird thing about it. It grosses me out. I don't know why. I'm just odd, okay? No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone around here, just so you know. We just do what makes us happy. And we just love makeup. And that's why we're here. I do love this primer though. So refreshing. Okay, a little bit of green color corrector. My skin's slowly recovering from eating just a small amount of sugar on the weekend. I've really come to notice that I am sensitive to sugar quite dramatically, so there you go. Color corrector, I'm actually going to take my Tarte color corrector. This is the clay one in light medium. Why can't I open it? Ow, God, that hurt. Okay, light medium colored clay CC. And I'll take this on my Sigma Soft Angle, the F72. Great color corrector. Do prefer the Sigma one, but if the Sigma one's too hard for you to get and you want something pretty similar, this is just as good. Although I probably, if you want something that's basically like the Sigma one, because that's my fave, but you know, it's just too hard for you to get or you can't get your hands on it, then I recommend probably either the Charlotte Tilbury one or the Bobbi Brown Skin Touch Up little palette thing with the 3 that they've got, but I don't know if that's released everywhere yet. But I do like this. It's just this is probably a little bit drier, so if you have really oily under eyes though, you might like this one. Not so dry that I don't like it, but just if you have super dry under eyes, you might want something a bit more hydrating. Let's try this Tom Ford, shall we? So this is the Soft Matte Blurring Foundation. I got the shade 1.5 Cream. I really guesstimate off this shade match because I find Tom Ford's shades quite difficult, but this looks like it might be all right. Yeah, nice. It smells like It doesn't smell like a scent, but it's like a citrusy smell, but I don't think it has scent in it, so I don't know what it is, but we'll see. I'm gonna try this new, so this is the new REPHR synthetic brush. This is B04, and I know they got feedback with their original one that it was too dense and we wanted like a fluffier one, so this is their new prototype. I don't know if it is out yet, but I'm gonna try it. I've washed it and everything, so we'll see. I'm gonna pick it up off the back of my hand and just stamp this around my face and let's see how it goes. And I'll keep you guys updated. This is just a first impression, so I'll give you guys like actual like, okay, I've been testing this for a few weeks or a week or so in all different ways, what I think of it. Initial thoughts, so it's going on quite nice. Very thin. I get really in the zone when I'm putting on new makeup for the first time and I'm like, ooh. A little science side comes out. What's it looking like? You know. This was an expensive foundation, by the way. It was like 190 Australian dollars. Yep, that's why I didn't get it when it straight away dropped. I waited. Oh, it's looking nice though. Definitely matte. And actually, I'm going to just push this in a little bit with my cloud sponge before I do my forehead, just because it is drying quite quickly. Has anyone tried this? Let me know. I know you guys wanted to see me try it. I was just waiting to afford it, basically. That's a good shade match, actually. I do find that if you find me to be like your shade twin, I do find, 1.5 cream to be a pretty spot on shade match for me in terms of Tom Ford. I really do. Okay. I like to always go over my pretty much every layer. I really do with a sponge afterwards. That's just a habit, but you can take it or leave it. Okay, initially I like it. That's just really one thin layer. If you have dry normal skin, I don't know, you want to really hydrate the base. If you have combo oily skin, I think it's going to be for you. We'll see how it wears and stuff. I'll keep testing. This is my first day, like I said, first impressions, initial first impressions. I am not upset at it. I'm going to build it up a little bit with my sponge just in certain little areas here. And I will keep you posted on what I'm thinking with this. But it's always a good sign when I put on a foundation and I don't instantly hate it. That is always a very good sign. Concealers, I don't have new ones. I'm just going to mix the Gucci in 14N with the 11 Light Neutral HAUS Labs. See how these guys mix together. Neither of these are the perfect shade, so I'm hoping they might mix together and create the perfect shade. And then I'm going to blend this out with the new B05 from REPHR, and let's see how this goes. It's like the small version of the foundation brush, and I actually really liked the foundation brush blending that out. It blended out really nicely. No streaks, no nothing, just FYI. And actually this is blending out quite nicely too. It's nice and like malleable. That's what I love about the REPHR brushes, I will say, is they're all very malleable, which I appreciate. I don't like too stiff of a brush. I find the softer and more malleable the better for me. It's also nice and small, so you can really get in here. I like it, I like it. Those concealers mixed stunningly together, did they not? Just me? I think they worked out lovely. I think this is all looking pretty darn good to begin with, don't you think? I mean, that's a bit, it's more of a full coverage Tom Ford foundation. If you want that like natural kind of sheer type foundation, you probably want to go to like their stick or something, but I'm enjoying it so far. So we'll see how it wears and I'll keep you guys updated in an upcoming video. I want to bring just a little bit of hydration back as well. So we're going to use the sand shade of the SAIE Dew Bronzer. And I'm actually just going to pump some out on the back of my hand and take my Ray Morris 23 and work it in like this, and then just lightly tap it. Normally I would draw this kind of a bronzer on, but I think because this is a matte foundation, it's going to dry down too quickly, so it's going to be easier to just tap out and then quickly like work in little sections. I think if you are someone that doesn't want to set your face I like setting my face. But if you've got like say normal dry skin and you hydrate your face, like you'll need a hydrating primer is what I'm trying to spit out with this product, but you don't want to set your face with any powder and you want it to be quite long lasting. I think this might be a good foundation for you because you definitely wouldn't really need to set your face, if I'm honest. It's quite self-setting. And the reason why I'm actually also using the sponge to like push the product in is because the sponge, I wet my sponge, it's just going to add a little bit of juice back in. Now, in summer, I wouldn't need to do that and I wouldn't even worry about it because for me in summer, my skin is so combo oily because of the humidity that I would actually just keep going matte on matte on matte to like make my makeup long lasting. But for winter right now, I want just a little bit of extra juiced upness to the skin. All personal preference. Take it or leave it. I love that cream bronzer though. Look at that. Oh, look how good that is. That, I don't know if this is just me, but that skin is looking good in my opinion. Okay, for under eyes, I'm actually going to mix like my under eye setting powder, sorry. I'm going to mix my Pat under eye blurring powder with my YSL All Hours powder in the shade 1, I think, because mixing my Pat blurring powder with all my under eye powders has really been up in the ante on these products. Oh yeah, there we go. This is just the Ray Morris Kabuki brush. Again, if you have dry skin or like don't get oily through the T-zone at all and you do want to set a little bit, the YSL All Hours will be enough on its own. But I find mixing my Pat powder, because I need something that's a little bit more hydrating for the under eyes. I do have dry under eyes regardless. But then I also like to usually take the rest of that powder through the T-zone and use that as like, you know, a bit smoothing and stuff because it all just looks quite nice and cohesive. And so I've been finding adding in the Pat blurring powder in that respect really just smooths and blurs at the same time. Keeps it all really long wearing for me. But then adding in the All Hours or the Make powder or the Westman powder adds this beautiful like tint and extra hydration that I'm looking for in the under eyes. I don't know. They just make a really, this is such a good pairing powder, especially if you find this too drying on its own, try mixing it. For the rest of my face, I'm actually gonna use my KOSAS powders in the breezy ones. Haven't used these in a hot minute. These are still some of my faves. I've got breezy and airy, and I'm actually gonna mix them together because I think breezy will be too dark and airy will be too light for my shades right now. What brush will I use for this? I'm gonna use an N17 from BK, just again mixing the shades together. Oh yeah, that is nice. That looks lovely and airbrushed. I still think this Cloud Set powder from KOSAS is one of the best on the market, truly. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. Oh, I like that. That is coming together really well. So first impressions of that foundation so far. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Which, thank God, to be honest, and hopefully it stays wow, 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 because I paid $190 for it. I'm going to quickly go off camera and do brows, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we have brows. I'm just going to take that eye tint we used from Giorgio again, and I'm going to take a REPHR 3, which is just a little small pencil brush, and just run that for my lower lash line shadow. And I will say this is holding up really well so far. My little hooded eyes aren't creasing or anything so far, which is always a good sign. And then I've just got in front of me this Rare Beauty little cream shadow in the shade, good gosh, Integrity. And I'm just gonna I'm just gonna draw it directly on my inner corner here. It's just a nice little kind of inner corner highlight, see? Very pretty. And then I'm actually going to take the Contour Claire Chanel, actually no, I've got to do a lot of computer work. So I'm just going to take my Victoria Beckham Brightener on my lower waterline. And then the mascara is Lisa Eldridge, which is a phenomenal mascara. Like, look at that. I like how that's come out. Very fuss free if you ask me. For bronzer, I'm going to take my Tom Ford Soleil Glow Bronzer. I just realised I should have taken Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Contour. Anyway, here we are. I'm taking this for the powder bronzer though. It's just a pat bronzer brush, FYI. P.S. I bronze under here because I like to shade in my chin a little bit, but you don't have to, obviously. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. Well, it's your oyster. You do you, as we say around here. Like I said, judgment-free zone. Gosh, I love that bronzer. I always take, as I say, my smooth buffer from Sonia G with no colour and feather light touches and just smooth everything out in case I've been heavy-handed. For highlight, I thought we would take the highlight from the Shade and Illuminate. I have Intensity 1. Why not? Keep it in the Tom Ford family. I don't have a new untested highlighter. And I love this. Oh. And then to set it, I'm going to take just a Tom Ford highlighter. This is the Sheer Highlighting Duo in Reflex Gilt. I'm just going to take the gold one. And this is my MY7 little fan brush. Danessa from my Kitco, which I've been really liking. I do think if you have more mature skin, textured skin, and like just a beautiful luxury, or just a beautiful highlight, I do think the Tom Ford highlights are brilliant because they really work so well, I think, at like non-texturizing the skin. Like any highlight's going to emphasize a slight amount of texture just because you are bringing that glow to it, but I do find these to be so as like natural and non-texturizing in terms of finish as you can get, and then you can always just press your sponge in over the top lightly and it will melt it in even further. Let's keep it in the Tom Ford family. This is the Cafe Rose Cream Blush. Absolutely gorgeous cream blush, if you ask me. Has anyone picked this up since it came out finally in the US and stuff, and globally, I think? Gorgeous, gorgeous. We've had this since like January, but it's perfect, perfect, perfect. Really foolproof product too, if you're nervous about cream products. And you can build this up a lot more. I just like to do really thin layers. Undereye just released their new, I think it's Soleil collection. Let me just grab the packaging. Yeah, Soleil 2 collection. And I've actually got some of the products I've decided to give away. I'm going to do a giveaway, sorry, on the palette and a couple of other products just because I'm not going to use it. I've got similar shades from the Undereye collection already, and I'm just like trying to be mindful of eyeshadow palettes at the moment because I've got so many amazing ones. So keep an eye out for a giveaway coming up probably this week in one of the videos. I usually do it at the end, you know, sneaky. But I am keeping from the drop these two powder blushes that they've released. So one is the shade Lilac Mist and one is Pink Bloom. So I will swatch them. I did try one yesterday actually, or the other day, and it was very nice. So these are the swatches. This is Pink Bloom and this is Lilac Mist. So Pink Bloom on top, Lilac Mist on the bottom. Very, very pretty, and clearly the Pink Bloom is my jam, and I think Pink Bloom is going to go really well with the Tom Ford Cream Blush. Smashbox Cheek Brush, naturally. Oh yeah. These are really blurring, so like I said, I tried, actually, did I try this color or the Bright on Pink? And it was so blurring on the skin and really, really long wearing. Look at that. And don't worry, it looks a bit overboard, but we're going to calm it down in a second. This is the YVES setting spray. The smell of this, I had this in a video last week where I talked about it. Oh, the smell of it. Very, very hydrating. So if you have oily combo skin, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you have normal dry, or you're just someone that really likes a hydrating setting spray, then go for it. But, oh, the smell is the best smell, truly. I kind of want a perfume like this. I don't know what this bloody smell is. It's driving me nuts. Oh, that's just melted everything in so beautifully. All right, last step, we've got lips, and I'm gonna go a bit of a bolder lip, I think. So this is Foxy Brown from Charlotte Tilbury. It really needs a sharpen, but I'm gonna try and get away with it because I'm lazy. And then I'm gonna take Rue from Westman Atelier. You know I'm obsessed. I'm naturally just freakishly obsessed with these. That is such a beautiful shade. And then Sigma sent me like literally all of their lip products, which I was so grateful for. On one of my members live, we like swatched nearly all of them. Idyllic is the shade that we're going to take because it's this beautiful chocolatey brown. And I just think it'll go so well over this. Yep, look at that. Oh, stop it. You need to stop it right now. You need to stop it right now. All right, let me go put jewelry on, all that jazz. We will zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, finished look. What do you guys think? I personally love this. I really, really do. I think it's very fuss-free, very easy. I feel like the complexion has come together so well. I'll be interested to see how this all wears, like especially like this foundation. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll do like a more in-depth like thoughts on this foundation for you guys. I just wanted to share the first impressions with you. And yeah, and if you're following along with something similar, like literally you can do this look with any color lip. So go nuts. But yeah, let me know what you think. All right, guys, if you're watching till this point, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends. Thank you so much for supporting my channel along with all of my other members. And I hope that you are having the most amazing day, completely spaced, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye.